Hello, 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 everybody out there on YouTube that loves The Walking Dead. It's Maymoney back here again to talk a little bit more about what happened on The Walking Dead. This episode is called Service, season 7, episode 4. We're gonna get into what happened in the episode. So if you did not watch it, don't watch this. So yeah, just so you know. A lot happened in this episode. I'm going to try to get through it as fast as possible. We had pretty much, we were back at Alexandria, and Negan is early to come pick up his offering of half of Alexandria's goods and supplies and guns and mattresses and no food, apparently. All while Negan is just being Negan, strolling down the stroll, checking out everything that they have there, checking out the whole place, and apparently it's magnificent to him. So yeah, let's get into it a little bit more about what I thought about this episode. It starts off, I love how it got into really thinking of, or really putting us into the mind of some of our survivors that survived the whole lineup situation and their mindset and what they're kind of going through mentally, with, like, say, Rosita and Michonne. Michonne, clearly, I think she still has some fight in her. That's what I got from that. What I gathered from her character story plot this episode. She still wants to fight, and she knows that that's how they've gotten everything that they've been through so far. That's how they got to Alexandria, because they were always been fighters. So she's not trying to let go of that fighting spirit. And she went out to go practice with this rifle and accidentally killed this deer. I don't really remember her being, like, not good with a gun. I always thought that she was, pretty all around, but maybe that's, I guess, what she's trying to do now. Um, so yeah. What else do we have on the episode? We'll get back into a little bit more about Michonne later, but I love seeing her back again, kind of seeing what's going on with her, because I feel like it's been a long time. We've been missing out, and this is the first time really this season that we're getting into her, back into what's going on with her character, which I love. I'm all about that. And then we have Rosita, with another character that I am personally a fan of. I like Rosita. I think she's, doesn't get as much attention as she should. And I'm glad that they slowly started pushing her character forward with the Abraham breakup and the going out with Daryl, and the whole Daryl, Denise, and Rosita situation. So I'm glad that they've been kind of developing her a lot more. And now that she's dealing with the whole death of Abraham, which seems to really be hard on her, but also, like, really just kind of like fortified some of her strength. Put a lot of revenge in her heart. She's definitely out for blood, and she still has, like, that attitude, that Rosita attitude. So yeah, and Daryl comes in and is just fueling her fire, really just pushing her buttons, making her go get Daryl's bike and taking all their guns. And she actually ends up going out, and she's smart for this because she knows that she killed some saviors over there with Daryl when Eugene did the dick biting and all that. So she knows that there might be some walkers out there that still have guns and weapons. She knew that all of their weapons were gonna be gone when they got back. So she was thinking ahead and got a gun from this really big walker and went straight up badass and got some good zombie kills in, which was amazing to see. We love seeing that. And then we went back to Alexandria, and Rick is showing Negan around with Lucille in his hand, and Negan is just still pushing at Rick, pushing at his buttons, and trying to elicit, like, a reaction out of him. And sometimes, like, he was getting close. He was getting close to really just pushing Rick over the edge. And when he brought out the camera and showed us old murder Rick, the bloody beard, bloody jacket Rick, he's really just pushing at Rick. And I loved this moment because when this is also what Michonne said, like, they fought to get there, and Rick was that bloody bearded man when he got to Alexandria, and it took him a long time to even get out of that mindset of just survival. He was only about surviving and not living. And then, like, he started slowly shifting into, being like, we can survive. We can live here. We can start a new life. We can, like, really be happy here. And he started having hope of that. Sorry, hair day. So, where was I? With the whole, like, Rick having hope of actually starting a new life, and all that just comes crumbling down. And we know how sometimes Rick can still be mentally, kind of unstable. We know, we've seen that before, and that was just reminding us and him of the man that he had to be to get where he was. And hopefully we will start to see some more of that. And by the end of the episode, I feel like I saw some more of that, that really, really unstable part of Rick starting to kick back in. But we'll see. I hope that it kind of does, because then Negan will really be like, this is the motherfucker that we're dealing with. This guy is just as unstable as I am, because Negan is clearly unstable. I think he was unstable before the apocalypse. He's, walking around, having a good time, joking and laughing, and then as soon as he heard a gunshot, he just changes his face, and it just gets really creepy, right? So he's definitely mentally just fucked up. Like, Negan, I don't care how charismatic he is, this dude is fucking psycho. And you can tell by just the way that he's joking around with you, but still very just like psychotic. He really just likes the mind fuck, and he thinks that he's the good guy. I feel like he really just believes that he's the good guy, he's the king of the world, and he can. Oh yeah, when the whole gun situation, the two lost guns. At first, initially, I thought that maybe Carol took those guns, or I wasn't sure where those guns, were at first. And then it ended up being Spencer was the one that hid them away, and almost got Olivia killed for him just being fucking annoying and dumb and just being a little bitch, essentially, because he just, like, hiding food and whiskey or scotch or whatever that was, and hiding guns and not trusting Rick, and just in the tight pants. I'm ready for him to go. I'm ready for Rosita or somebody to just beat his ass, or just Negan kill him. I don't care. Something, he needs to go. He needs to go back to One Tree Hill where he fucking belongs, because for real, no. No. And then we have, so Rick's still Sheriff Rick. He finds the guns. He always, knows where to look. Rick's still smart, which gives me a little bit of hope for some deliverance in this fucking show, because they've really been trying to just beat us down with depression, apparently. So yeah, like, and then Michonne and Father Gabriel. We gotta talk about Father Gabriel. Another interaction with Negan. Negan thinks he's creepy as fuck, which I loved. I thought that was hella funny. And he thought on his feet and dug a fake grave for Maggie, which was really smart. Because Negan was definitely like, oh, well, where's Maggie at? And now he thinks she's dead, which is good because now we have kind of like an infiltrator or another Alexandrian kind of posted up somewhere else, secretly, which is good. I think that was a smart decision on his part, and I'll get into why I think that in a little bit. But yeah, so he digs a grave, and he still is like a glimmer of hope for Rick, kind of like a support system, which is good because Rick, he is still kind of like a support system for Rick, which is important because Rick needs to get out of this funk. He really does. He's gonna have to fight back, and Father Gabriel said, I feel like it's gonna work out, and maybe it will. Maybe they will figure out a way to, if they can get connected with the Morgan and Carol at the Kingdom, because Morgan, everybody know that Morgan is, and Carol is definitely the secret weapon. Definitely the secret weapon, because she can play that weak, scared woman in front of Negan and really work it and play him hard and just clap back. And then we have Sasha, sharpshooter, and Maggie, just gangsta Maggie over there with Jesus at the hilltop. So we also have another ally and another person that Negan doesn't know is connected with. And he didn't even ask for Sasha. He didn't even realize that Michonne was gone. So I guess Negan doesn't like black girls. So I guess, hey, if I was there, he wouldn't even look at me. So hey. Yeah, we have some secret weapons around, and we also have Heath and Tara who are out on a run. So, and they're bringing supplies. Hopefully they don't have to give it up right away, but if they come back and they might save the day, I don't really know. But if they do get a good haul, maybe they can be like, here, this is what we got, and this is enough for you, but they also have a little bit more that they can hide or start hiding. They definitely need to figure out a way to get some fucking guns, though. So, that just really frustrated me to watch. Watching Daryl really frustrated me to watch. It was so just hard to watch Daryl be in that position and how worried Rick was for him, and he just wanted Daryl to stay, and Daryl is just feeling all types of guilt. But don't blame Daryl, you guys. Yes, his actions caused a reaction that nobody wanted, but that reaction or the consequences were so out of the blue, were so unexpected. I'm sure that Daryl, if he would have known that Glenn was going to be killed for punching Negan in the face, then he wouldn't have done that. And we all know that. And we can safely assume that Daryl thought that he was going to get punished for that, because that is what makes the most sense. But Negan does not make any motherfucking sense. Clearly, he's a psychopath. So, and it just caught him off guard. He was expecting to die in that moment, and he didn't. And somebody else did. Nobody could have expected that. Daryl did not want that to happen. He's blaming himself already. We don't need to blame him too. He already got that under control. So that was just heartbreaking to watch, to see such strong characters be just in this position. And that's why this season is just taking a whole different tone and really making us just feel so hopeless and down in the dumps. And that's why in next episode or sometime very soon, can we just get some hope? And the whole conversation with Michonne on that was really interesting that he brought that up, and that he knows that Judith isn't his kid, which, at that point, she's a child, it doesn't matter. He still is taking care of her, and he just accepts that. And I thought that was a really kind of cool moment to see Michonne getting to know more about Rick and, where he's from, and even before she met him, and they've known each other for a while now. But I thought that was really cool. And she was just saying, we need to fight back. And he says, no, we have to accept this. And she says that they'll try, and she says that, there's the hilltop. And he says, but that we still don't have numbers. little does he know that there still is the kingdom. So I'm just waiting and wondering how that's going to get connected. Maybe like through Jesus. Does Jesus know about the kingdom? Maybe they can go there, um, try to figure something out, and then they'll find that Carol and Morgan are there or something. So yeah, there's still things out there that they're forgetting. They still forgot about Heath and Tara. They know, they don't know if Carol and Morgan are even alive. So we do have some things that will definitely connect sooner or later, and I just can't wait for that. Overall, I thought the episode was really good. It was long, but I love The Walking Dead, so I'm always down to sit and watch a longer episode. Why not? And people are like, "Oh, I don't really need the length in the episode." Whatever makes it like less enjoyable for them, that's fine. I personally, Sunday is my day off. If Walking Dead's a little bit longer, I'm not doing anything anyway, so I'm happy about it. I get to sit and watch my favorite show for a little bit longer. That's fine. I also have it on my PlayStation now, so I can watch it without the commercials, which I just did. Even better that way. So I'm a happy camper all around. Even the only part I'm not happy about is just the despair and the bleak tone of this season. But hopefully we'll get over that, and when we do, it'll be even more rewarding for us and our group that we care about so much. So yeah, that's what I thought about the episode. Let me know what you guys think in the episode down below. I will hopefully get my reaction up as soon as I figure out how to get the dang episode on my computer as a file. It's a whole nother thing. But yeah, I enjoyed this episode, and I'm going to put this up first and then get the reaction done, just because. Anyway, so I'll see you guys next week for the episode at the hilltop with Sasha and Maggie and Jesus. That should be exciting. See you then. Yeah, peace.